Sometimes the biggest stories are hidden in the smallest details. We're about to look at what seems like a simple web page for a set of whiskey glasses. But trust me, by the end of this, you'll see how this one item uncovers a massive shift in the global economy and what it means for the future of online shopping. Let's dive in. It seems like a pretty simple question, right? What can a whiskey glass really teach us? Well, a whole lot more than you'd think. We're going to follow the clues hidden on just a single product page to unpack a story about international trade, hidden taxes, and the future of your online shopping cart. Okay, so our investigation starts right here with this, a set of Stuart York tumblers. They're made by the famous crystal maker Waterford. You look at it and it just screams quality and tradition. And just listen to the language they use in the description. It's all about elegance, it's crafted for whiskey lovers, it marries classic charm with modern sophistication. The real takeaway here is they're not just selling you a glass, they're selling you an experience, a little piece of heritage. All right, enough of the fancy marketing talk. Let's get down to the hard facts. We're going to break this thing down to see exactly what we're dealing with. So here's the data. It's a set of 4 tumblers. The brand is Waterford. The material is premium crystalline, and each one holds about 325 milliliters. These are the basic, verifiable facts, the foundation of our little investigation. And now we get to the part that always matters, the price. How much does this kind of prestige actually set you back? And this right here is why we all love shopping online, isn't it? The recommended retail price is almost 400 Australian dollars, but the sale price, just under 160. That is a massive discount. We're talking over 60% off. It looks like an absolutely incredible deal.
And, well, clearly shoppers agreed. The item is completely sold out. So that tells us there's huge demand for this thing at that price. So far, this is a pretty standard story for a popular luxury item on sale. But then, you scroll down the page.
And this is where our simple shopping trip takes a really sharp turn, right into the world of international trade policy. Hidden away at the bottom of the page is a little notice that changes everything. And there it is. One sentence aimed directly at buyers in the U.S. It talks about the end of something called the $800 de minimis exemption. Okay, so what on earth does that actually mean? Let's break that down. The de minimis exemption is basically a tax-free threshold. For years, anyone in the U.S. could import up to $800 worth of stuff without paying any customs duties or taxes. Not a dime. It's a huge reason why shopping from international stores online became so simple and affordable. This timeline really shows you just how big of a deal this is. Before August 29th, 2025, that set of whiskey glasses at about 160 Australian dollars would have sailed right through customs completely tax-free. But after that date, the game totally changes. So, what does this new reality look like? Well, it means every single thing shipped to the US from abroad, no matter the price, is gonna get hit with duties. That fee might be a percentage of what you paid, or, and get this, it could be a flat rate of up to $200. Suddenly that incredible deal doesn't look so incredible anymore, does it? So, does this mean you can't shop from international stores anymore? Not necessarily, but it does mean we all have to be a little smarter about it. We have to understand a new concept, the total landed cost.
This is basically your new checklist for global shopping. You start with the item's price. Then you find the country of origin, which retailers are starting to provide. With that info, you have to try and estimate what those customs fees might be, and then you can figure out your final landed cost. That's the price plus shipping plus those new taxes before you click buy.
And that brings us full circle. That elegant Waterford tumbler, which started as just a symbol of good taste, is now also a symbol of a major change in global trade. A simple click to buy something nice is now a whole calculation involving international tariffs and economic policy. Pretty wild. And that leaves us with one big question. Is this extra complexity and cost going to make us think twice about buying from other countries? Are we just going to stick to stores in our own country? Or is the thrill of finding unique things from all over the world strong enough to make us do the math? That's the major question that this one simple whiskey glass puts on the table.